Since Ashes of Creation will soon become available on Steam, we can naturally expect an influx of new players. And from what I've seen, newcomers often get confused about how basic attacks, aka auto attacks, actually work in Ashes of Creation. I'm Flanker, and I hope this video will help you understand everything clearly. One small note before we start, the explanation part of this video is not scripted, because I have to show things on the screen while talking, and since I'm not a native English speaker, my apologies for pauses and stuttering. Okay, now let's talk about auto attacks. So for this particular example, we're going to be using a longbow. And first things first, if you want to see all the information about your auto attacks, you need to hover over this icon. And you will see something like this, depending on your weapon. Now, at first glance, it might look a little bit scary and confusing, but bear with me, there is nothing difficult. Alright, so let's open our weapon skill tree for longbow. As you can see, it's maxed out. Max level, and it looks like this. So in order to explain everything, let's do the respec. You can do this anytime for free. And now we have 24 skill points to allocate. So we saved it, and if we take a look again, we will see that our auto attack chain consists only of 3 hits. So basically first hit, second hit, and a finisher, the last and the strongest hit. So the first hit is 66% damage, the second 55%, and the finisher is the strongest 84%. Let's allocate the first point and see what changes. So we hover over again and see that now our third attack in the chain has a 25% chance to become a deadly finisher instead of a normal finisher. Basically, deadly finisher is a better finisher. As you can see, it deals 93% damage instead of 84%, and also applies a wounded stack to your target, right? So if we keep allocating points here, for example, in this part, we will see that now the chance is 25, and we update it, and the chance now is 55. So basically, the chance of a lucky proc is now higher. Same thing here, if we increase the damage will be higher as well, right? So now it's 98%. Since we allocated enough points here, 6 points here in this first, whatever it's called in English, cluster, right? We unlock the second one, and we can choose one of the available skills. So let's choose refreshing follow through for this particular example and save. Now, as you can see, our finisher will also proc refreshing follow through. You see, all this info is getting longer and longer, and it's gonna be like that the further you go. So you start with a very simple auto attack chain, and then it gets more and more good stuff here, right? So then we allocate a few more points. Let's take crit damage, penetration, and let's duration. Boom. We allocated a few more points and unlocked the next segment, right? This is going to be an important one. This is a deadly extended finisher. What does it mean? So initially you had 3 attacks in your auto attack chain. Now you have 4. So you had hit 1, hit 2 finisher, and now after finisher you have extended finisher, which is basically the last attack and the strongest attack. By default it deals 106% damage, and same as normal finisher, it has a chance to become a deadly extended finisher. So don't get confused. This is third attack is finisher and deadly finisher, and fourth attack is extended finisher and deadly extended finisher. And they work pretty much the same. There is a chance to proc a deadly extended finisher with higher damage and also apply wound stacks, right? So we keep allocating the points, pretty much the same thing here. If we allocate points in trigger chance, then our deadly extended finisher will have 55% chance instead of 25, and same applies to damage, right? So let's, for example, allocate critical hit avoidance. Boom. And now we get to the last part. So here we basically have an option to go with the left option, bullseye, or heart seeker, the option on the right, and also choose one of these skills, right? Let's choose this, and this. And we also have a few points here. So let's max out the damage here, right? And confirm. So we allocated our points in crushing blows and bullseye. bullseye is a proc. Let's lock this, and we will see that our finisher and extended finisher, in addition to all other procs, will also trigger bullseye, and same for, you see, extended finisher. So basically, your first attack is just attack, same as the second one. Then your third attack is a finisher that procs refreshing follow through and bullseye, and it has a chance to become a deadly finisher, right? That deals more damage and also applies wounded. And your last attack is extended finisher, so the fourth attack in your sequence. So it deals the most damage, has a chance to become a deadly extended finisher and deal even more damage. It also applies wounded and also can trigger bullseye and refreshing follow through. So I hope this explanation was enough, but in case if you have any questions, obviously don't hesitate to ask anything. I'll be glad to help you. If this video was helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I am Flanker, and I'll see you soon.